You cannot seize the funds of a state. Supreme Court has stated it very clearly. With greatest respect, I don't know why justices of lower court have no respect for Supreme Court decisions. When this President Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, he took this matter to Supreme Court. When President Obasanjo seized the funds of Lagos, Supreme Court was very clear. You cannot seize the funds of a state under any guise. Okay. The reason for doing so is because they said the appropriation was not properly passed. And they now directed the governor, Fubara, to go and represent the budget of 2024 to the House of Assembly, including the 27 members that have left the State Assembly by virtue of their carpet crossing. You see, things happen in this country at times, you start wondering whether what you learned in the university and what you learned in your pupillage up to practice was a verbal. We were taught that a court should not make an order in vain, and a court should not make an order it cannot implement. You are telling Fubara, 27 members of State Assembly on their own, without prompting, during the House sitting, that they have cross-carpeted from their party, PDP, to APC. They addressed a press conference to that effect with the APC flag. They swore to affidavit to that effect. When they discovered that they have goofed, when we started calling for INEC to have a by-election, they said, no, we did not. They went to court. The court now started manufacturing facts and evidence to justify that they have not left. That provision of the law did not suggest in any manner that you must be accepted in the other party first before you are deemed to have left. Or you must go and register in that party before you are deemed to have left. What the court, with greatest respect, is asking Governor Fubara to do is to take the 2024 appropriation to members, former members of the State Assembly, who are no longer there. That is what that court, with greatest respect, wants Fubara to do. And that will never happen. We political parties, not less than 12 political parties are ready, waiting for Fubara to do that. We'll take him to court, because that will be an unconstitutional act. These gentlemen are no longer members of the State Assembly. Are you telling me that the courts are not aware of Section 109? Are you telling me that even the unborn baby in Nigeria and abroad is not aware that these people have defected? How did they defect? Let me walk you through to Section 109 of the Constitution, 1999, as amended. A member of a House of Assembly shall vacate his seat in the House if, one, he becomes a member of another legislative house. On the other hand, if there is election, by-election somewhere in your constituency, you move to House of Representatives, you vacate the seat as State Assembly member. Two, any other circumstances arise that if we are not a member of that house, would cause him to be disqualified for election as such a member. So let me take you to the main provision. If you come to G, he said, a member of a House of Assembly shall vacate his seat in the House if, being a person whose election to the House of Assembly was sponsored by a political party, he becomes a member of another political party before the expiration of the period for which that house was elected, provided that his membership of the latter political party, which where he moved to, is not as a result of division in the political party of which he was before a member, of a merger of two or more political parties, or functions by one of which he was previously sponsored. This provision is very clear. When a provision of the act is clear, or law, or constitution, you give it its literal meaning, straight meaning. Are you telling me our learned justice didn't read this? What did they do? They now try to look for reason. There is no letter to show that they have moved to another party. The other party, their name is not in the register of another party. They have to, court have to do this. Did you find that here? This provision is automatic, without more. Just a minute. This provision is automatic, without more. What will bring them back is to withdraw their cases for INEC to conduct a by-election. Some of them may come back, or they may decide to come back. So it was at that point they discovered that they goofed, that they started running around to find a way to it. They thought it was a fight between them and Governor Fubara. We political parties are waiting. Somebody asked, what is Chief Nwanyanwu's locus in talking about rivers? I said that was an idiotic statement. I have locus. My party, Zeni Labour Party, is interested in grabbing some seats in those vacant seats in an election. So don't ask that question. It's not a private matter. And we have told Governor Fubara, don't attempt it, taking that appropriation to people who are no longer members of the State Assembly. If you do it, we start our own case against you as governor. We cannot continue to behave as if we're in a banana republic. This is stated, is clear. When I was national chairman of the Labour Party, started this case of defection in Ondo. When Abegunde left Labour Party and joined ASEAN, while he was a member, I took the case up to Supreme Court. That is the locus classicus in this defection today. I took it as national chairman of the party. We won. Supreme Court said no, there is no division in Labour Party. You shouldn't have defected. So that seat is vacant. Go and do a by-election, INEC. It is as simple as that. But you have a country, those involved in politics are so mischievous and dishonest. They will see white, they say it looks like black. And they think all of us will fold our hands and watch them. Fubara should not try it. Even the 2025 budget, send it to those 4 people. Why? Because nature abhors vacuum. If others have left and they have gone to court stopping INEC from conducting an election, will the state come to a halt? The answer is no. If I were governor and I got this order, with greatest respect, I would disobey it and bear the consequences. I would disobey it. You can't give an order that you cannot effect. You cannot give an order that is hinged on illegality. Look, I was in NIPS in 1992, National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. In the program, you go on tours, Nigerian tours, African tours, and foreign tours. My syndicates went to Kano and Imo, then to Cameroon, then to Brazil. When we were in Cameroon, Paul Biya had a problem with Chief of Army Staff, General Buwimpi or something like that. He issued an order, he said, no, Mr. President, this order is illegal, I will not obey it. The man disobeyed the President, Commander-in-Chief. And he said he was ready to take the consequences. And that was really an illegal order. He didn't take it. By that time we left, I think he was trying to leave the army. People should stop taking illegal orders. Fubara should not take this order, or whatever it is, because these 27 people are no longer members of the State Assembly. Taking this thing back to them is clothing them with an apparel that they don't deserve or they don't have. They have left, and they have left perpetually until there's another election. Let us see how they will maneuver it. They want to destroy this document. I have read it to you. They didn't add anything. They didn't garnish it. Nothing was added. But I have gotten a team of lawyers who have put us where we are today to be manufacturing reasons and arguments. Look, once you have moved on the floor of the House or by a letter to the House, announcing it on the floor of the House, covered on television, is like writing to the House. It is sacrosanct. Even on your way to moving to the other party, you decided not to go again or to go home, you have left that party. Or on your way, you move to another party, you have left the State Assembly. There is nothing that can be manufactured here. It is the same people who are enemies of River State, who are fighting for the funds of River State, that have made that young man not to drink water and drop his cup. They want to make that place ungovernable for him for 4 years. But why I'm happy now is that he has 98% of Rivers people. If by crook they planned impeachment, they knew it will not work. Because River people will take their state back. They knew it will not work. If they try by hook or means to remove Fubara, Rivers people should take their state back. We can't continue with this nonsense. We have greedy politicians all over the place. They are never contented. No character, no integrity. I have read the law. I am standing on the law. Who does not know that 27 members, hitherto members of the assembly are no longer there? They have gone, they have gone. Unless you rewrite this, that will be for future people that will decamp. I told you, I took the case that is the locus classicus on this matter. Without more. When I was in the University of Lagos, our editorial hall, Faculty of Law, we were told that we could disagree with judges, but we have to start by saying with greatest respect. Have you heard me say with greatest respect many times here? Yes. The lecturers even also say we can disagree with them. I have disagreed with the arguments with greatest respect, with profound respect. Those arguments are not, those decisions are not founded on law. They are not founded on law. I didn't read law because I wanted to be a lawyer. I was properly brought up after leaving law school. I was in the hands of late Chief Rotimi Williams for years. I cannot leave what he taught me and go and do otherwise, once it is within the preface of the law. With greatest respect, they're not founded on law. How can you go and manufacture what is not here? And you say we should keep quiet? We will not keep quiet. I have made my point. If you didn't drag me there, I didn't want to talk. We are just waiting for them to do their magamoga there. All 12 of us in the political parties will put our action up. And Rivers people will react. Let people go and rest and wait for Fubara in 2027. There is no way he cannot continue to operate. Even holding the state funds. That one also, Supreme Court took a position on it. This one they said don't give him. Certain persons think they are God. Nobody is God on this planet. And when you think you are God, God will give you a bloody nose. Nobody thinks he's a God. Look at the story of the Titanic. Look at the story of so many things that happened. People say there's no God. One was saying there's no God, there's no Jesus Christ. He died on the podium. He collapsed on the podium. Don't claim God. Fubara should be allowed to have his way. We don't like things that will disrupt democracy. And I have been consistent on that. Even if I don't like what you are doing, I say, let him follow the process. With greatest respect, those decisions are not founded on law or facts or evidence. When you are in a position to do an act by virtue of discretion, and the law prescribes that you should do it in a particular way, you decided to have a 180 or 360 degrees turn to do something against the law and the position of the guidelines. Only one thing inflates you to do otherwise. Corruption. Corruption. I'm not saying that judges took bribe. I wasn't there when they gave it and when they collected it. I'm a lawyer, I won't speak that way. But the judiciary has brought itself to public ridicule with greatest respect. And that's why we have hope on the new CJL to start painting and cleaning all those things. I pray we will soon have the Fatai Williams, the Caribbean Whites, the Justice Oputas, the Kayode Shores, the Justice Obasekis, Justice Wale. I pray we have Justice Nikki Toby. We should have these justices, people like them back. When you read their judgments and their reasonings, you cannot but agree. Look at the kind of judges that Buhari brought into the judicial system in the past 8 years. It's garbage in, garbage out. I'm not impeding on anybody. But we lawyers, when we meet and look at certain things, you cannot but come to the conclusion that the hand of the monkey has entered the soup. So, it's the CJN. And we have faith and confidence in the woman, in my lady, that she will take the bull by the horn. She has reached the epic of her career. She's not looking for anything more but to do justice. Justice that will not only be done, but will be seen to have been done. We have problem in the judiciary. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It has become so open. And I remember in one of my interviews, I said, look, I'm afraid what happened in Colombia and which other country many years, 20, 30 years ago, would not come here. Because when people lose faith in judiciary, they take the laws into their hands. You're a judge, you rule against me, I'll come after you. I know that I'm right. I know you took away my thing. They'll go after you. The times of those justices I mentioned here. The court has integrity. The court has reputation. And we lawyers too, we join in this manipulation process. Some of the lawyers, some of the senior lawyers. We are not practicing law. We are practicing negotiation. That's what some of us are doing. You look at a case taken to court, you laugh. This chamber took this into court. And before you know it, you will get judgment. Unless you were groomed and trained properly in this practice, and you went to study law to enhance the society for common good, you will continue to do this jankara business. That's why people like us run away from trouble. Because they will know how to manipulate it. We won't do that. Based on principle, you will not do that. So, I think the judiciary will have to warn itself. Particularly the lower courts. It's worse at the lower courts. The high courts and the federal high court. Court of appeal, somehow. Supreme Court, yes. But I think and I believe Justice Kekere-Ekun will do justice and bring back the positive reputation of the judiciary back to being. Where, when judgment is given, I remember there was a case. Okay, let me not go there. We are in Nigeria, and the only thing that will give hope to the common man is that judiciary is fair. Judiciary is for everybody. It's for justice. Once we deviate from it, we should expect the worst.